What's up, everybody? How are you doing? It's your host, Joel, with another Mix It Up podcast. And I'm here with my buddy, as always, Aich Guests. Thank you, Aich.
You said it the same. That was
yes. It was almost unison and same tone and pitch. Good job, buddy. So today we're going to be continuing our BTS tear. We're going to be doing the official music video for Make It Right featuring Lauv. I'm sorry, I made it sound French, but that's what it feels like to me. It's like love, but lovage. Nope, that's a different word. I think that's a horrible word. Never mind. Love, but yeah, or love, whatever, however they're doing it.
Love.
But love. I like that better. It sounds better, or fun to say too. Love.
Why are you making the face fuse it?
Love. Because it feels good. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to be doing the Make It Right video. We're going to be checking it out. We've got some other BTS tear stuff to do. And then we're also going to be doing a Justin Bieber Kid Leroy song, Stay. And we're going to be doing eventually a video that RM breaks down his album Indigo, which I'm sorry, it escapes me right now who actually recorded the channel. But we're going to check that out too. And then we've got an Aich Guests song coming as well. So hug 'em. But we're going to be checking out a bunch of stuff. So yay. And then, of course, we have a comedy one we're doing, which is Taylor Tomlinson. And she is absolutely flipping funny. So I'm hoping the clip is too. But I'm sure it is because she's funny. So let's go ahead and check it out. BTS Make It Right featuring Lauv.
Why'd you say his name during the song and it's completely wrong?
Yeah. It's like Bob. I already like that note structure. Interesting and unique.
I was lost, I was trying to find the answer in the world around me. Yeah, I was going crazy all day, all night. You were the only one who understood me and all that I was going through. Yeah, I just gotta tell you, oh baby, I can make it better. I can hold you tighter. Times I cried, I was there for you, but then I lost my mind. I know that I messed up, but I promise I can make it right. Alright, oh, I can make it right. Alright. 세상 속에 영웅이 된 나 나를 찾는 그날 너와 내 손 트로피와 긴 뱃물 all day everywhere 모든 게 너에게 닿기 위함인 girl 내 요청의 답인 girl 널 찾기 위해 노래 baby 처음보다 조금 더 커진 기에 좀 더 단단해진 목소리에 모든 건 내게 돌아가기 위해 이제 너라는 지도 활짝 펼칠게 My rehab 날 봐 왜 못 알아봐 남들의 하우스 땀이나 듣고 싶지 않아 너의 향긴 여전히 나를 꽉 뚫어 무너뜨려 되돌아가자 그대로 I know I can make it better I can hold you tighter 그 모든 길은 널 향한 거야 더 소용없어서 너 아니다는 걸 그때처럼 날 어루만져줘 끝도 보이지 않던 영원의 밤 내게 아침을 선물한 건 너야 이제 그저 내가 잡아도 될까 Oh, I can make it right Alright Oh, I can make it right Alright 그날은 그때처럼 말없이 그냥 날 안아줘 지옥에서 내가 살아남은 건 날 위했던 게 아닌 되려 너를 위한 거란 걸 안다면 주저 말고 please save my life 너 없이 헤쳐왔던 사막 위는 목말라 그러니 어서 빨리 날 잡아줘 너 없는 바다는 결국 사막과 같은 거란 걸 알아 Alright I can make it better I can hold you tighter Oh I can make it right 다 소용없어서 너 아니다는 걸 Oh I can make it right Alright Alright Oh I can make it right
Okay, man. Dude, that hook is very addictive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Catchy
like,
as hell.
it was
Yeah.
when they first did the little bit of the music, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this. Because I already knew it was an interesting, I don't even know what type, I know it was a synth, a digital sound, but I can't tell what a bass instrument was used or a note structure. Was it just completely a synth, like it had no basis in reality in an instrument? Like I couldn't tell if it was like a weird altered trumpet or something, you know? But yeah, I really liked the tone of it. So when it first came up, I looked at you, it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna like, yeah. I mean, right off the bat, it's pretty interesting little ditty. But then yeah, then the hook came in and I was like, oh my God. And at first I did think like the first like 35 seconds, I was like, did I mix up, like put someone else's song like on this song? Cause I was expecting like, you know, like either 7-part harmony or filled one, but what it was is just like, it was English at the beginning. That's all. Yeah. I think it surprised me and kind of shook me up a little bit. I was like, wait, that's English. What's happening? I was expecting something different, but no, it's a very, very hooky song. It's a very hooky, not hokey. There's a difference between those two.
Obviously.
Hooky and hokey. One's good, one's bad. It's definitely not hokey. It's definitely a hooky song, but it's one of those earworms that just sticks in your head. It's not going to go away. I'm going to end up singing it over the neck. Like Black Swan, we were that way. What was the other one we did? Fake Love.
Fake Love.
Oh my goodness. Fake Love did not leave our domes for like 6 months. Fake Love. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. It's not going to leave. It's going to be an earworm in our head for the end of time. I'm going to be 95 on my deathbed and be like, so Dad, like I have kids. I mean, I just want to play something from your past. And like, he'll play a metal song or something. All of a sudden, and they're like, what? That's not what we played. What's that? Is that what he wants? Is that what he's requesting BTS at his deathbed? Okay. I don't know. I think it'd be crazy. But no, I like the video. It was interesting. They have bits and cuts from different live stuff productions. And then, of course, this watercolor that they have going on, which tells the story. It's a very interesting story.
Can't go wrong with the Hemiola. I can make
yeah.
right.
No, you're right. Yeah.
You can never go wrong.
I was trying to think of what section of the song you were talking about because I kept thinking of the freaking hook.
Well, it was the end of it.
Yeah, but yeah. No, I mean, timing wise, it's good. Tonally, it's amazing.
It's catchy, and you can't really listen to it and not move.
No, yeah, we were both doing that. I looked over at you and watched you just go, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it is. Because most of the time we try to stay consciously aware that if we move at all, this moves, that moves,
like this.
Except,
see?
Yeah,
did it shake? Yeah,
it does a little wiggle, wiggle. Yeah,
wiggle.
So we try not to do it as much because it looks kind of odd and weird. But
people get mad.
We have warp stabilizers too on the footage. It's just, you know. But no, I like the video. I like the music. I like the intent. And the song you can unpack a couple different ways, which is cool. By the video standard, it's kind of like two people coming together and saving each other type thing, which is awesome. And he's gonna make it right, or I don't know, they could be I mean, they keep it general enough that could be a multitude of different things, which is cool. And what about you? What'd you think?
I was over here.
I think Love was probably who sang the hook
in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because then as the song goes, then you can hear the other
you
voices
can hear Jimin come in. You can hear Jin come in, Jungkook and V and all the V just holding that bass line down, bro. Like just keeping everything grounded in the roots of it. Yeah, just him and Jungkook can have that 3-part harmony with Jin or Jimin and like just kind of blend it so it's like, oh, that sounds so pretty. It's like, man, it just kind of makes you want to just like take a break. Like their songs a lot of the times will be like, oh, I'm just gonna sit in this bubble bath with some candles and just be nice and comfortable, and that's what I'm doing. And if I take a nap in there, and if I die, okay.
My body will wake me up. I don't know about you.
Mine not really. But no, I like the song.
No, I do have a question if anybody knows the answer to it.
Yeah.
With BTS having so many songs.
So many.
And so many good songs.
So many.
How do they know what to promote? And how do they promote it? Like they have so many songs. Time. But is it just like every single that comes out is just like spaced out, like, all right, it's been 3 weeks, let's put the next one out? Because
I think it's scheduled like that, and then when they have the full album out, they've done a tour on it. I think then they're like, okay, well, let's start writing the new album, and what they'll do is probably like do some shows or a tour or something like that in between writing the new album, and they'll like rehash old stuff and bring old stuff up or remix something or put out like a compilation song or interviews by Pharrell and RM, you know, like I think that's what they do is they just keep every week kind of busy, and then they might take like 2 months off or 3 months off, or they have something like when they did the military service, like they ended up going and doing that, and like, or they have surgery or something, that's when they take time off. But I think they're just literally plugging away.
Could you think about now the radio out there, I'm sure is completely different. We only hear a handful of BTS songs out here. And you think about artists that are popular and famous out here, they don't have anywhere near the same catalog. And an artist may have like 3 singles a year, 4 singles maybe. So it's like if they had 1 album a year and you got BTS who can put out 1 album a month.
They don't put out 1 album a year, though. You know that as well as I do. Most Western artists, it's like every 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
Like they take time off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if you take a Western artist with a small catalog and how often they release music compared to somebody like BTS who has a huge catalog. That's why I just wonder how often they put out the new music.
I will say the difference. I will say the difference is in South Korea, they're putting out content and music for their fans, doing this, doing that, like talking about the events or what's happening currently in their life or something like that. That's their dedication. Western music's obsession is wringing out every last dollar compared to like, we're going to do 2 months of work for this album and we're going to wring this album till it's dead. Like that's their thing.
That's true. You do get tired of hearing a lot of the songs.
And you'll see an artist that may not make an album, but every 2 or 3 years, but they'll be touring on that album the entire time almost because artists make significantly less on the actual record sales and merchandising and points. They get points, but that's about all. But when it comes to like tours, they get 100% of their tour money. So they're definitely going to be touring as much as they can to make as much money as they possibly can. Now, of course, you look at someone who's in the higher echelon, like Mariah Carey, Justin Bieber, stuff like weird. So they could like fart and like people would be like, oh my God, that was the greatest fart ever. Like those types of artists, and their entire fan base is going to literally like buy and do whatever they do. And those are usually the people who end up breaking a little bit, by the way, you know, like it's kind of funny. You kind of have to worry about this. So be worried about the artist who, when they get out of the spotlight or the limelight, then breaks down completely and ends up becoming psychopath or something, you know, when they're like obviously getting arrested or doing a heavy amount of drugs and things, because their entire identity is wrapped up in being famous.
Yeah.
When you look at Justin Bieber or you look at Britney Spears, it's the amount of pressure that was on them, and they had no normalcy, no existence away from it, especially Britney Spears, whose entire family was like managing her entire life. Like she could be like, hey mom, are you making a casserole? No. Honey, right now you have a meeting with blah, blah, blah. Like that's what it was. There was no separation from that existence. It was always there.
Yeah.
So that's why you look at artists like Christina Aguilera, who can disappear for a couple years and then come back. So they're that popular enough that they know they have a fan base still, or they're living their own life. They're doing other things. They've got clothing lines or this and that. Cool. But it's different from South Korea. I think South Korea has a different work ethic. It's about the creation, the artistry, and whereas it could be about the creation and artistry, but record labels aren't about that. They're about maximizing profits as much as possible. So their idea is you just create an album. It's starting to become a hit album. You're going to play it for 15 years. Like that's the idea. Ring it out for every possible bit of money. Especially if you're an artist who has a really popular album and then 3 years later you come out with a new one and it doesn't do as well.
Yeah.
Your record label's only going to keep you on if you're still playing that first album that people still want to see and hear. Which as an artist, it's going to make you very sad.
I got new stuff. No one cares.
Hey, we got a new album that came out 2 years ago. Y'all want to hear it? No. Okay. We'll play the old stuff. Yeah.
I wonder what BTS set list looks like. We went to a Ludacris concert. He performed at Sam for free some years ago. And of course, as alumni, we found ways to still sneak into the building and see because we were not students anymore. But he performed, I want to say about 45 minutes, and he did snippets because Luda's got a lot of songs. He's got a lot of hits.
Yeah, so he did like a mixtape snippet mixtape.
Yeah, but I wonder, yes, they still have times 10 songs. So it's like, well, what a concert would be like. Do they ever perform a whole song?
They're a different breed though. I mean, like some of these concert festivals have literally been like, oh, BTS, would you like 5 hours?
Yeah, it's like is it that long? Is it like an all day thing?
Well, they'll like give them like a huge, because that's what they said. Army said in the comments when we did the Mama live video or whatever. They were like, dude, they do these runs where they'll do 2 minutes, 1 minute and a half or something like that of 3 different songs. We've seen a couple of those. And then they'll go on and do another run or do this or do that. And it's actually really kind of cool. It ends up being like 15, 20 songs that end up being played in like a 45-minute set. And sometimes they'll just they'll have scheduled like play for like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something like that, which is pretty impressive. Because again, I mean, they do a lot of work. They hustle out. They practice. They said in the quotes, they're like, they train. So they'll be on treadmills and have one of those masks that withhold your breath, so to speak, or thin it out.
Yeah.
So you can raise your lungs capacity and be able to like survivability as well as your strength and stamina. Because if that's what you're training for, then being on stage, jumping around, getting hot up there, that's going to be a fucking breeze compared to running up a mountain full-blown blast for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, that's a lot of dedication, because even if I wasn't fat, I wouldn't do that. Because I didn't. We were touring and playing all the time, and I was just like, hey, Joel, you've been working on your voice, which is great. You do that, but, you could work a little more on your stamina part. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going for runs and jogs. It's hot here in Texas and humid as shit. I'm not doing that. I could walk outside to my car within 25 seconds, be in my car, and I will have sweat through 2 different layers of clothing. No, I'm not doing that.
Especially in this summer.
Oh, in this summer, it's insane. I walk out to my car and I'm like, I step into a microwave. I feel like a rat. And my car's in the shade. And my car is 100 in it.
Yeah.
That was insane. It was in the shade. And I turned it on. And the AC's coming on. And it's so damn hot that it makes me like catch your breath, you know? It's like it's cooking my insides. What's happening right now? Hot breath of air. But yeah, man, I think I like the video. I like the song. I like BTS always. I haven't come across something that I don't connect to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had issues with like, you know, pure dance video parts of their stuff because it was like, I don't really connect to that stuff.
I'm surprised there wasn't more dancing in this.
Yeah. But in all honesty, like a lot of their stuff's kind of cool. The dance what? Because it's inventive choreography. It's inventive choreography. It's not the typical boring stuff that I've seen, like, you know, people who dance on stage do, where it's like voguing for your body. Like I never got any of that. Like intricate stuff, cool. Very impressive, like flips and stuff like that, very cool. But like just literally voguing with your body and like, okay, now we go to 1 and 2 and 3. I'm like, are you a fucking cheerleader? Yeah, I've never understood that shit. But they don't do that. So
I now see you on
if
stage
you've
with the
ever
microphone.
watched choreography videos when they're doing stuff like that, that's exactly what the fuck it is. It's like, okay, now y'all watch me. Ready, 1 and 2 and 3, and they'll just do these moves that are like, it's not that hard. With enough practice, my grandmother can do it. Yeah. No. BTS isn't doing that. They're not doing the most simplest moves ever. They're doing some complicated shit. I mean, to the point where that one video, Singularity, I think it was, with Singularity with V, where he's doing some complicated stuff, and the professional dancers that are up there with him are actually half-assing it. And I was just sitting there like, how's V doing it? Or not? Wasn't V? No, it was V. Because we watched Stigma and Singularity at the same time. But I think it was Singularity. God, my memory sucks. I'm sorry, guys. My memory really does suck. But he's doing all the moves and stuff. Remember when he had the half jacket?
Yeah, the live video.
Yeah, he was using the hand. Yeah. But it was the other three or four guys that were up there, and they all looked like they were like half-assing it. Like they just learned it 2 days ago. You know? And I'm like, how is V doing it precisely, and you guys are like, hey, is this how it's? No, okay. It looked like on stage like they were trying to learn what he was doing while he was doing it, you know? Who knows? Maybe one of them was like a new guy, and they were just trying to keep it as pristine as possible.
Put me in, coach. I know all the steps. Coach. I've been practicing. All right.
I've been practicing. I'm ready. I can do this. You failed. Yeah. No, I like the video. I like everything. They did a good job. They did a good job. Okay, well, stick around because the next video we're going to do, I don't know yet. We're going to check it out.
We'll figure it out.
But just go do something nice, have some fun, do something relaxing, take a bubble bath. I don't know. Do something.
If you're in Texas, get in the pool.
No, that's hot soup right now.
Well, at this time, yes. Wait a little later.
It's almost noon. It's hot soup. So probably wait till, I don't know, winter.